Hello. So today we're going to talk about principles of learning, specifically from Horne and Pine, 1990. So by knowing some principles on how learning takes place, we will be guided on how to teach. Okay, so let's have the first one. Learning is an experience which occurs inside the learner and is activated by the learner. The process of learning is primarily controlled by the learner and not by the teacher or a group leader. Learning is not only a function of what the teacher does to or says to or provides for a learner. You will learn if you want to learn. You as the learner will activate learning. So, next one. Learning is the discovery of the personal meaning and relevance of ideas. Students more readily internalize and implement concepts and ideas which are relevant to their needs and problems. So, it is necessary that teacher relates lessons to the needs, interests, and problems of the learners. Next one, learning, specifically behavioral change, is a consequence of experience. People become responsible when they have really assumed responsibility. They become independent when they have experienced independent behavior. They become able when they have experienced success. Next one, learning is a cooperative and collaborative process. Cooperation fosters learning. So what's the difference between cooperative and collaborative process, or cooperation versus collaboration? For cooperation, you as the member will help to produce a group output without necessarily identifying your own role there, okay? But for collaboration, you become to know how different you are with the others. You contribute to the thing that you could reach your goal. You have a certain part that if not finished, then the group could not complete the output. Okay. Next one. Learning is an evolutionary process. Behavioral change requires time and patience. Change takes time. Let us not expect results overnight. Rome was not built in one day. Then as teachers and learners, let us learn to be patient. Things that are worthwhile in life take time. Next, learning is sometimes a painful process. Behavioral change often calls for giving up the old and comfortable ways of believing, thinking, and valuing. It is not easy to discard familiar ways of doing things and incorporate a new behavior. It is always accompanied by sacrifice, inconvenience, and discomfort, but it leads to inner joy. Just like you, to graduate wouldn't be done overnight. Enjoy all the hardships, yet the learning. Next one of the richest resources for learning is the learner himself. Each individual has an accumulation of experiences, ideas, feelings, and attitudes, which comprise a rich vein of material for problem solving and learning. So, of course, we have our instructional materials, but the very important instructional material that we could have are the learners, specifically their experiences. Next one, The process of learning is emotional as well as intellectual. Learning is affected by the total state of the individual. People are feeling beings as well as thinking beings. And when their feelings and thoughts are in harmony, learning is maximized. Next one, last but not the least, the process of problem solving and learning is highly unique and individual. Each person has his own unique styles of learning. That's what I told you about the learning styles and solving problems. Some personal styles of learning and problem solving are highly effective. Other styles are not as effective. And still others may be ineffective. We need to assist people to define and to make explicit to themselves the approaches they ordinarily use so that they can become more effective in problem solving and learning. So, as people become more aware of how they learn and solve problems and become exposed to alternative models used by other people, they can refine and modify their personal styles so that this can be employed more effectively. Okay, thank you so much for listening. So I have enumerated nine principles of learning by Horne and Pine.